This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here. Now be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV by subscribing on YouTube and following them on social media for all the latest Leicester City news and information. Come on you foxes!
Strap yourself in because we're set up, switched on and ready to go.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
It's the Leicester Till I Die transfer show with Lachlan Onions.
G'day everyone, welcome to the new Leicester Till I Die transfer show. My name is Lachlan, and each episode I'll be going through a different player that I've been linked with and giving my thoughts on whether or not they should be purchased. You may recognise my name as I have previously done monthly and transfer blogs for the Leicester Till I Die website. So for the first episode of this, I'll be going through the current Leicester loanee, Cengiz Under, and whether or not it'd be worthy of us signing him on a permanent deal come the end of this season. We signed him at the start of the season on a deal that was worth $2 million, I believe, and it had an obligation to buy of $23 million if there were certain circumstances met, which I believe were appearance-based, although they haven't been disclosed. This season he has played just the 19 games and only has 2 goals and 3 assists to show for it, at a rate of 188 minutes per either goal or assist, which, compared to Harvey Barnes, who's been our main winger this season, I guess, in terms of scoring and assisting, he's going at a goal or assist every 153 minutes. Like, he started off the season fairly slowly. Brendan Rodgers was rather, I guess, cautious bringing him on, giving only 10-15 minutes each game or every couple of games at least, and he did look promising when he was brought on. You know, he had that bit of flair about him, looked like an exciting sort of player. Once he started to get more and more minutes coming along, come October, November, December, end of last year, he was actually looking like a seriously decent player. Like, back then, if you'd asked me, should we sign him or not, I would have said 100% yes, but since then it's tailed off. But at that stage of the season, he was starting every single Europa League game, which at that stage was once a week, and then in the other games that would have in the week, which would be the Premier League, he'd generally be coming off the bench. During this period, he picked up 3 assists in 4 games. Most notably was probably the one that led to the winner against Arsenal, which Jamie Vardy put home. After this good run that he had, he got injured, and since then, just hasn't really been the same, really. Now, so if we look aside his poor form for the time being and just look at how he fits into our system, the new system doesn't work for Under. And he is currently playing right wing, generally just attacking, you know, doesn't come back to defend. And that's something that Brendan Rodgers has been very vocal about, is the fact that he's not being chosen as much as someone like Albright, for example, is because he doesn't have the defensive work rate. Now, with this new formation we're playing, which is a 3-4-1-2, we're basically requiring on our wingers to come back and defend. So we've got 5 at the back when we're defending, but 3 at the back when we're in attack, which is why Albrighton's getting the nod more often than Under. Now, personally, I can't see Under not only improving his work rate enough, but also becoming good enough in defence that he'd actually be able to fit into this system if we continue to play this way, with 2 strikers up top. This would mean that him joining us would be very unlikely. His form alone wouldn't necessarily justify wanting to purchase him, but then the fact that he now may not fit into this new system we're playing furthermore suggests that there are better options out there. Now, so if we look at his form, it hasn't been good at all, you know, only the 5 goal involvements in 19 appearances. and I can't see him making many more appearances now because we've got no Europa League. We've pretty much got the semi-final and the final of FA Cup, assuming we win the semi, and we've just got the rest of the Premier League games. And the way things are going, I can't see him coming off the bench much in either of those competitions. So he will definitely have to change something on the training ground to be able to get into our side. However, there is, I guess, some hope, a small glimmer of hope for him in the fact that we look at the play, I guess in some ways you could say he's almost been brought in as a replacement for, which is Riyad Mahrez. You know, since Mahrez left back in 2018, we haven't really found that exciting right winger that we need. You know, we tried Gazelle, but I said about him playing there the better. Perez just seemed a bit lost at times out there, and we've mainly just been forced to either play or Brighton or Ricardo, or last season had to play Demarai Gray there as well. But in Riyad Mahrez's first season in the Prem, he scored 3 goals and made 4 assists, I believe, or it might have been the other way around. All I remember is only like the 7 goal involvements in 32 games, or a lot more games than he's played. And you look at that and you think, well, maybe there is, I guess, hope for him, but the whole point of the loan spell is to see how they're playing and whether or not a player will be able to reach the ability that we need. And at the moment, from the 3/4 of this loan spell, Under hasn't been at the level we want him to be at to justify signing him for 23 million. There are a few factors that would, I guess, justify keeping him. Obviously, one was the fact that Riyad Mahrez started slow, another being that Harvey Barnes in his first season started slow. I think he only had 2 or 3 goal involvements in his first 16, 17 games in the Premier League. And the last one would be his age. He's only 23, so he's got at least 9 years ahead of him playing at, you know, a good level and everything. So it would make a signing for him more likely. However, the fact is, you can be 23 or 43, but if you're not performing at the level we need, you're not going to be signed. When you consider how many games he's played as well, because he's played just the 19, but he's been left out, I think, for 20 games that he's been available for as either an unused sub or not even on the bench. So if you're being left out for more than half the games you're available for, you're clearly not a highly valued player in our squad. And in this case, Under isn't, which I feel as though if you're not playing more than 75% of games, you don't justify a purchase over more than 20 million. And in this case, Under's playing under half the amount of games we're playing and would have to pay 23 million, which can't see that happening. So I'd say chances of him signing aren't very high. Although I do believe he still has a future in him, just not at this club. So it's a no from me, and I'd say it's probably a no from Brendan Rodgers as well.
Hello, Matt Elliott here. Be sure to watch Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and follow all their social media platforms for all the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Leicester Till I Die podcasts on the Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Anchor, and all podcast platforms.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.